Welcome to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage. Today we're going to be having a look at HBAR. Let's get into the price action and see what's going on. Primarily what we're still looking for is that potential that we're looking at this as an A, B, and a C, looking to bring us down into the zone. So the one-to-one that we were looking for within this case, where we're looking at this as an A, a B, and then looking for a C wave here, is actually down here at the 0404. Now we do have an interesting zone here that we've just interacted with, which is the 0.618, which is sitting here at this 518. Now, we do have some of the levels here which are quite interesting. We have also interacted with the bottom of this smaller channel here, and we've come through this 618. So I want to see whether we get a reaction off this, particularly if we come down to the 0.65 area, which is actually at this 0509. Alternatively, the lowest we want to come here if we want to hold as a impulsive movement, or looking for that bullish case rather, is this 4443. Now, the one-to-one of this to the upside would be this 1157. Now we're looking for the fact that we could still be looking to push to the upside. We have to be careful though, however, because this could be a 5-wave move here in a C wave, which would mean that this would be a wave 4 location here, in which case what we'd be looking for is that potential still to have an additional drop to this typical 5th wave area, which would be here at the 0279 to the 0189 area. So we need to be aware that for as long as we hold the support range, we can look to potentially push up one more time. But if we fail to hold this zone and we actually break down past this 0356, it becomes more likely we're going to hit this lower target area. So we need to be aware of that fact. Now, with this said and done, what we need to be aware of is this one-to-one is lower down here, but we have this 0.618, which is currently where we're sitting. And like I said, we've come into the center line of this bigger channel as well. We can see here we have this bigger channel, and we're just about to interact again with the center line. We have done so once already, but I want to see here whether we actually come back down and test this. So now an area of interest would be this 0507. That would actually bring us back into some previous levels that we have here. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on these two areas and then seeing how we exactly react around them. Now, there are a couple of ways we're looking at this move to the downside. Because we're looking at this as potentially a C wave here, what we could actually get is something like this. So this is something that I've started to look at today. We could actually see something like this, where we have a diagonal in this area, where this is a 1, this is a 2, we have this is a 3, we could be looking for a 4th to the upside and then a 5th to the downside. So this 5th wave, technically speaking, can be quite small. And what I'm keeping an eye on here is whether we actually just get something along these lines, where we get an A, B, and a C, and we break down into the zone of the 0512 area at a 1-to-1. It can potentially look to extend, but I wouldn't want to see it go much deeper than this 0491 area. If we do actually come into this zone and we look to reverse, what we could have is a completed diagonal pattern here, in which case what we'd be looking for is a strong reaction to the upside. We'd want to see a strong 5-wave move to the upside here, and basically looking to get back above some of these key highs. This one primarily would be this 0656. Until we actually get that reaction though, we have to be careful that this move isn't extending out to the downside. So that is the only thing within this count we need to be careful of, because we could still see something where we're actually looking to extend out deeper here, where we were looking at this rather as a normal impulse, where this is 1-2, we have another 1-2 here, and we're looking for that typical 3rd wave to bring us down towards this 0486. So if we get a diagonal here, so if this is a diagonal, then we won't get this additional 4th and a 5th and an additional 4th and a 5th. This will just look to complete and then reverse and take out this high. This is why taking out this high up here is key. If we do complete this as a 3-wave move down, then we come back up and we take this high, break out of this channel. This would indicate that this move to the downside is potentially completed, and we could be looking for that higher target. But until we actually break this high, we need to be careful, because we could still be extending out here. Now, the way that I'm currently looking at this is, like I said, we could potentially still be in a 3rd. That typical 3rd wave would actually be looking for the 0486 area. Now, how this could be playing out on the internals here is we could actually be extending within this move. Now, we were talking about the potential of seeing a wave 2 come up higher here, and we didn't see it come up higher. We do have a 5-wave count here, and we only came up really short here. So it is possible that we could actually start to extend out from here. So this is why we need to be careful, because if we take this as an additional 1 and a 2, what we'd typically look for a third wave would actually be all the way down here towards a 0449. So if we do start to push down much deeper here, this would indicate that we're getting a move like this, which would potentially mean that we have a bigger 5-wave sequence here. We've got this plotted out anyway as an additional 1 and a 2 here, and we were talking about that possibility for having a bigger 5-wave move here, looking for this lower range here of this 0293 as a third wave. So if we are starting to extend out now within this blue wave, what this would do is this would actually push these additional 1s and 2s forward. So basically this third wave here would actually come towards the end of this blue count. So we need to be careful of that fact. If we are extending out and we do actually get a drop down to the 0449 area, this could actually indicate that we are getting that bigger push to the downside. So I'm actually going to just turn off this other count so I can discuss that blue count, because that's going to be the important one here to see whether we're getting an extension out. Now, the way I would be looking at it is that potentially within here, we could actually still have another 1 and a 2, and then we'd be looking for a 3, 4, and a 5. So this third wave would actually look to push us much deeper here. We'd be looking for a 4th and a 5th wave. The key zone that we'd be looking for that would be potentially here towards this area. Just throw this fib on here. Towards the same area as where this other blue third wave is. So what this would mean is that we would actually get a deeper move here. And potentially what this would mean is that this 5th wave from this count here would actually complete in the zone of this 0438 to this 0422 zone. So this would be what I'm looking out for, as a potentially bearish aspect here, where we actually got more to come down. So we're going to have to see. It's going to be key here whether we can manage to break back above some of these key highs. If we have this 3-wave move down here and we start to move to the upside again, we start to take out some of these key levels here, this could actually indicate we have a completed corrective move to the downside and we're looking to move up in a bigger way. But until we actually take these key levels, so that would be this one here, this 0553, and this high here as well, 0575, and then finally the high here of this 0656, we need to be careful that there isn't further extension within these waves, and this could actually look to push us right down here, because then what this would effectively do is it would make this a 1. All of this would then become a wave 3. We'd get a 4 and a 5. And that would actually start looking to push us down into this area here where we could actually possibly get to this 0293, because then what we would have is an additional 4th and a 5th here, which would look to push us closer towards this target zone. So this is why we need to be careful of the structure here. Really what we want to see is this move starting to reverse and getting back above some of these key levels. Until it actually does, it's going to be very important that we continue to monitor this, because it could start to get quite nasty. If, for instance, we do complete here and we just get a 3-wave move back to the upside here again, this 0570 to this 0550, this could actually indicate a zone where we actually look for further rejection here and then look to break down, where this wave 2 potentially just isn't completed and we have this as an A, a B, and possibly a C wave as a flat correction. And then we could still look to break down. So this is why, it's going to be very important here to see what happens off the back of this move. If this move holds here and we break back above this high, then potentially we can look to call this a completed move. But really, until we actually take this high here, which is sitting at this 0654, we need to be cautious of continuation to the downside here. Like I said, though, previously, as long as we hold that bullish support zone, we can potentially look to have a reversal here. That is between the 0443 and this 0593. So we're already within here. You can see we're sitting right in this golden pocket now. I want to see whether we get a reaction. I do think that it would make sense to come down to this 0507, but we'll have to see whether we get that additional push here to the downside. And if it just blasts through this area, going to have to keep an eye on this lower range of the 0450 and see whether we get confirmation of a deeper move here, which could look to push us down and basically just extend these internals. If we get this third wave here, we'll be looking for a fourth wave potentially towards this 0487, and then continuation to the downside again. And then from there, we're going to have to, plot out these additional legs that we have in here and see exactly where that could take us. But it would not be good if we start to lose this 0443 area. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.